This week's Torah portion is called Vayigash, which in this context approximately means "and he approached." Yehuda approached Yosef with a history-changing plea. Last week's Torah portion ended on a cliffhanger where we asked if anyone would step forward to rescue Benjamin. This week's Torah portion opens with an answer to that question: Yehuda. As it turns out, Yehuda's speech not only saves Benjamin, but it saves the world as well. If you haven't read it already, I strongly encourage you to do so. In his speech, Yehuda emphasizes the importance of the parent-child bond between Benjamin and his father. He has come to realize that this relationship is so important that severing it would kill Yisrael. Yehuda's love for his father itself is so powerful that he's willing to sacrifice himself to prevent alienation between Benjamin and his father. As he presents this powerful speech, he repents of his part in bringing parental alienation into his father's household. It has cost him dearly, and he wants to make things right again. Yehuda is uniquely qualified to plead for his brother Benjamin, and by extension, all victims of parental alienation. He knows what it's like to be alienated from his father and his brothers. He knows what it feels like to lose his children and to start over with a new household. He knows how to reconcile with his alienated father and brothers, including Benjamin. He knows how to mend relationships in the most broken household. Salvation of the world will be built on this foundation. However, will Yehuda reconcile with Yosef? Until this point, Yehuda has been pleading with an Egyptian official whom he doesn't realize is his brother Yosef. His speech is so powerful that Yosef is overcome with emotions, and he orders all the Egyptians to leave him alone with his brothers. Yosef, who's at least approximately 40 years old, is alone with his brothers for the first time since he was 17. Yehuda, Yosef, and all the brothers reconcile with each other. This is the moment when Torah details one of history's most powerful reconciliations between brothers. Now that Yehuda is reconciled with everyone, and Yosef has reconciled with his brothers, there remains one broken relationship. Yosef must reunite with his father. I raised a controversial argument that Yosef also suffers from parental alienation. What's the evidence for this? For over 7 years, Yosef has been the second most powerful man in the world and knew exactly where his father had lived, yet made no effort to look for him. Perhaps the reason why Yosef never made an effort to look for his father, despite being so powerful and despite knowing exactly where to look, was because he'd been manipulated into thinking that his father was dead. There is no question that the two previously had a strong, loving relationship with each other. This is a powerful example of the first sign of parental alienation, a campaign of denigration against a previously loved parent. Despite the alienation for decades, these two have a powerful reconciliation with each other in this week's Torah portion. It's a powerful example how a child could reunite with his or her parent even after a lifetime of losing hope for reconciliation. The parent-child bond is deep and instinctual. Even though severing this bond causes psychological trauma, it's also a bond that doesn't go away. Therefore, there can be hope for reconciliation even after decades of alienation. The rest of the Torah portion details Israel's journey to Egypt, where he reconciles with his son Yosef. The whole family is reunited for the first time in decades. They were a family of 17 when the brothers sold Yosef into slavery. By the end of this week's Torah portion, they've grown into a family of 70, even though, strangely enough, the Torah portion only lists 69 names. Why is this? Next week's Torah portion is called Vayechi, and it will end Sefer Bereshit, which is the book of Genesis. We will review our journey through the first book of Torah with a filter of parental alienation.